Hello everybody and welcome back to SFF180. Yes, I am back. Thomas here, your host as always. It is Monday the 11th of June. Time once again for the mailbag. How's everybody been doing? I'm doing fine. Really, doing great. I've just been convalescing calmly as per doctor's instructions, which has been really good. Been catching up on some much needed reading. And the first week is over. Still got some weeks of it ahead, but that's just more reading time. But otherwise, I am doing okay, and it feels really, really good to be back here recording for you guys again. So, 2 weeks worth of a mailbag, and well, wouldn't you know it, it's been 2 busy weeks. So I am not going to waste time with a whole lot of preamble, except to say, coming up, I think, on the 22nd, so my God, in 11 days. Uh-oh. We're going to have the BookTube SFF Awards live show over at Samantha's channel, Thoughts on Tomes. So stay tuned over there for more announcements regarding that. Also, the BookTube SFF Awards Twitter should also be able to keep you up to date. So coming up, looking forward to it. All right, let's quit wasting time, get into these books, see what we have, shall we? Gonna start here with this big old random penguin envelope. And we're starting off here with Tanya Huff's The Privilege of Peace, which is new from Daw in hardcover. It is the 3rd book in her Peacekeepers trilogy, or it might be trilogy, I don't know, might be more. But it is set in her Confederacy military SF universe, which, you know, all those books, like the Price of Valor, Valor's Choice, all of those books. This is another series set in that universe. And this one follows, let me have a look real quick. Yeah, An Ancient Peace and a Peace Divided. Were the former volumes, earlier volumes in this one. And so we now have The Privilege of Peace. And will there be more? Well, probably. We'll see. But if you're a fan, this is now out. Okay, and next up, I have this little box here from Blackstone Audio, which is also a publishing company. They've sent me a few things before, so I guess we'll see what this is. You know, I dearly wish every publisher packaged their review hardcovers as carefully as these guys at Blackstone. It is so nice to get a book in the mail that doesn't look like it's been kicked around by gorillas. So thanks for that consideration. But this is Helldivers 3, Deliverance. It's, as you might have indicated from the title, it is the 3rd Helldivers novel. But it is apparently, everybody's airborne because the surface of the planet is this horrible, nightmarish hellscape, apparently. And so this is the 3rd of these. Oh, it's been out for a little while. This came out May the 15th. Okay, then. But it says, left for dead on the nightmarish surface of the planet, Commander Michael Everhart and his team of Helldivers barely escape with their lives aboard a new airship called Deliverance. After learning that Xavier X. Rodriguez may still be alive, they mount a rescue mission for the long-lost hero. So it's that kind of adventure in a sort of a post-apocalyptic nightmare world, where they're all in the sky on airships to, you know, avoid the deadly surface, as it were. Alrighty then, so 3rd book, Deliverance, Helldivers 3 is now available. And next up, more Random Penguin. Alright, now this is something kind of interesting, or it's a lot more interesting than I might have thought, considering, you know, what it is. A vampire novel, one of my least favorite genres, but this has a little something special about it. And I've actually just heard from the publicist on this through emails, so here we are. This is, as you can tell, it's called Dracula, and the authors are Dacre Stoker, who is the great-grandnephew of Bram Stoker, and who has also written another novel, and J.D. Barker, who has written some books as well. And this has been acquired by Paramount Pictures, with Andy Muschietti directing, guy who directed It last year. Interesting. Okay, when Bram Stoker submitted Dracula to his publisher in 1897, he included a note to the reader stating he believed the events described in the book really happened. In the wake of Jack the Ripper's reign of violence, Stoker's publisher feared London could not handle the author's claim that a supernatural beast stalked their streets. They removed the statement from the manuscript along with the first 100 pages. The only original draft of the classic novel believed still in existence begins on page 103, and no one alive has seen the original 102 pages. Huh, what was in those missing pages? With special access to Stoker's notes, texts, and various materials, best-selling authors Dacre Stoker and J.D. Barker go back to Dracula's and Bram Stoker's origins in the supernatural suspense novel Dracula, the first prequel authorized by the Stoker estate. Featuring fictional characters and historical figures, Dracula follows Bram Stoker and his siblings as they hunt a dark and powerful presence from their childhood home in Ireland across Europe to a final confrontation not to be missed. Okay, huh. Again, I am not a vampire person, but this could be sort of an interesting retake on this particular character. All right, then. Well, you'll just have to let me know in the comments. This comes out October 2nd. Would you like for me to make this part of my Halloween coverage this year, or what? Tell me. Next up, this one is in from Tor Books, and I gotta be honest with you, I think this envelope has been sitting around here for a little while. I think I may have forgotten to get to it in like some earlier mailbags. Oopsie, me. Because yeah, this came out May the 15th. But this is a new book by Stephen R. Lawhead, who is known for doing Arthurian fantasy. It's called In the Region of the Summer Stars, and it is a new Celtic fantasy, it says. Ravaged by barbarian Skalda forces, the last hope for Irelandia lies with the island's warring tribes. Wrongly cast out of his tribe, Connor, the firstborn son of the Celtic king, embarks on a dangerous mission to prove his innocence. What he discovers will change Irelandia forever, for the Skalda have captured the mystical Fae to use as an ultimate weapon, and Connor's own people have joined in the invasion. All right, so you got your, medieval Ireland, you got your Fae, you got all kind of magic shit going on, and you have a not particularly, it's an average-sized book. But I guess it would be the first in a series, and it is called In the Region of the Summer Stars, and it is available now from Tor Books. And next up we have another little random penguin box. Interesting. Well then, this is another carefully packaged hardcover in the mail. Thanks very much. This comes in from Crown Books, and it is the finished copy of The Grey Bastards. It is available June the 19th. It is Jonathan French's debut novel. And it says it is a raucous, irreverent adventure that approaches the epic fantasy genre from an entirely new angle. Originally self-published, it won the 2016 Self-Publishing Fantasy Blog-Off, where a panel of 10 top fantasy bloggers picked it as the best of hundreds of entries. This time, the monsters are the good guys. Jackal is proud to be a grey bastard, a member of a sworn brotherhood of half-orcs. Unloved and unwanted in civilized society, the bastards eke out a hard life in the desolate no-man's land called the Lots, protecting frail and noble human civilization from invading bands of full-blooded orcs. But as Jackal is soon to learn, his pride may be misplaced because a festering secret lies at the heart of the bastards' existence, one that reveals the truth behind humanity's tenuous peace with the orcs and exposes the danger on the horizon. On the heels of the ultimate betrayal, Jackal must scramble to stop an invasion, even as he wonders where his true loyalties lie. Okay, and the self-publishing blog-off thing, that's, I believe, hosted by Mark Lawrence, and as I said, I've been very pleased to see him using his influence and his stature in the genre to elevate these guys. So that's pretty great. All right then, Grey Bastards comes out June the 19th from Crown. Let me know in the comments. And next up I have this really tightly taped up box from St. Martin's Press. Okay, well, St. Martin's Press being, of course, Tor Books in this case, and this is the finished copy of Starless by Jacqueline Carey. Brand new big epic fantasies, about 600 pages of this thing. Comes out, wow, tomorrow on the 12th. Let's see. With Starless, readers will fall in love again with Jacqueline Carey's lush, character-driven fantasy. In the world of Starless, the gods have been cast down to Earth by Zar the Sun for their rebellion. Born during a solar eclipse, Kai has trained his whole life in the arts of killing and stealth by a warrior sect to prepare him to serve as protector to the princess Zarya. But when the dark god Miasmus rises, Kai and Zarya join an unlikely crew of prophecy seekers on a journey that will take them farther beneath the starless skies than anyone can imagine. Jacqueline Carey is back in epic fantasy land with Starless, which comes out tomorrow from Tor Books. Let me know in the comments. Well, this is just a big week for big books and big packages. This one comes in from Hatchet, so let's see what it is. Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of was unexpected. This is the paperback edition, now just released, of Laini Taylor's Strange the Dreamer. I've had it in hardcover. They sent it to me in that format, and now we have Strange the Dreamer here. in paperback, which is a finalist in the BookTube SFF Awards in the YA category, although I am not judging in the YA category this year. But I've still kind of been wanting to read this just because, you know, everybody's reading it, so, you know, might as well see what it's all about. It appears to be rather a polarizing book. It's a love-or-hate book for the folks who've been reading it. But this came out on the 22nd, so this is available now if you've been waiting for it. In paperback, the dream chooses the dreamer, not the other way around, and Laszlo Strange, war orphan and junior librarian, has always feared that his dream chose poorly. Since he was 5 years old, he's been obsessed with the mythic lost city of Weep. But it would take someone bolder than he to cross half the world in search of it. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself in the person of a hero called the Godslayer, and a band of legendary warriors, and he has to seize his chance or lose his dream forever. So yeah, I'll probably go ahead and review this fairly soon, especially as I do believe the arcs for the sequel, it's a duology, the arcs for the sequel are starting to make the rounds. So, alrighty then, if you've been waiting for Strange the Dreamer in paperback, it is now here. That's also kind of convenient to have because I think my hardback copy of Strange the Dreamer is at the bottom of a really massive stack of books, and now I don't have to dig up that big old stack of books and get to the bottom of it. I now have that one, so I'll just read that. That is the life of the lazy book reviewer. Alrighty then, a package here from Macmillan. Oh, this is a nice surprise. Nice to have. Okay, horror fans, this is the new novel by John Ajvide Lindqvist, I believe is the pronunciation. I looked that up once. I hope I remembered it well. This author is, of course, best known for Let the Right One In. And this new book is called I Am Behind You. Okay. And it comes out October the 16th. Gosh, Thomas, could this possibly be a contender for the 12 Days of Halloween this year? 4 families wake up one morning in their trailer on an ordinary campsite. However, during the night, something strange has happened. Everything outside the camping grounds has disappeared, and the world has been transformed into an endless expanse of grass. The sky is blue, but there is no sign of the sun. There are no trees, no flowers, no birds, and every radio plays nothing but the songs of 60s pop icon Peter Himmelstrand. Okay, I'm not Swedish, I don't know who that is. Maybe I'll have to look him up on YouTube. As the holidaymakers try to come to terms with what has happened, they are forced to confront their deepest fears and secret desires. Past events that each of them has tried to bury rise to the surface and take on terrifying physical forms. Can any of them find a way back to reality? An exploration of human flaws can twist into something much darker when put in just the right situation. I Am Behind You is a must-read for horror fans. Ooh, ah. Okay then, October the 16th. Let me know in the comments, but yeah. Okay, well, we're getting through all this fairly efficiently. Let's have a look. This one is a little package for a change. Comes in from HarperCollins. Okay then, well, this is a new edition of Neil Gaiman's collection Fragile Things. Bunch of short stories, and I guess the reason this edition is coming out now because the story How to Talk to Girls at Parties has just been made into a movie, and so this is the movie tie-in version of that. But this, I guess, has been out for a couple of weeks, and it says these marvelous creations and more showcase the unparalleled invention and storytelling brilliance of the incomparable Neil Gaiman. All right then, so Fragile Things now available in the movie tie-in edition for your reading pleasure. And next we have one that I am super excited for. This is a new book, long awaited for this one. I don't think it's been a while since we have seen anything new from Peter Watts, you know, who wrote Blind Sight and Echopraxy and all of those. This is the Freezeframe Revolution, and it's actually a novella or a short novel. Yeah, pretty brief. It's, well, it's like close to a couple hundred pages. But anyway, it says, how do you stage a mutiny when you are only awake one day in a million? Okay. How do you conspire when your tiny handful of potential allies changes with each shift? How do you engage an enemy that never sleeps, that sees through your eyes and ears, hears through your ears, that is, and relentlessly, honestly, only wants what's best for you? Okay, Sunday Osmunden is about to find out. Okay, so apparently we have some sort of dystopian society where you are very strictly surveilled, apparently in a benign way, and yet this person wants to revolt, but they are only able to do it in a very short snatches of time, as it were. Okay, the Freezeframe Revolution. This comes from Tachyon Publishing. I'm really excited to see it, and it is available now. Okay, getting much closer to the bottom of the stack. You have to forgive me, I'm still sort of getting used to using my voice this much after, you know, a little over a week and a half away. So hopefully I'm not like too scratchy and stumbling over my words too much, but this is a big, fat, chunky, random penguin box. And we have the Empire of Ashes. This is Anthony Ryan's third book, I believe, in the trilogy, probably a trilogy, the Draconis Memoria. Following the earlier volumes, The Waking Fire and The Legion of Flame. Now, I know some folks who have read, or at least, you know, tackled this trilogy. So far, I'm hearing sort of middling reviews of it. But now that it's all here, I may go ahead and give it a shot, see what I think. But I'm guessing that this is a June hardcover from Ace Books, from Anthony Ryan, The Empire of Ashes, coming out from Ace. And last, but by no means least, we have this big bad boy. I tell you, this has been the week of tomes. Beginning all these 500-600 page massive books this week. My God. But this is one I've heard a little bit of buzz about, you know, but not too many details. And so now that I have it in-house, this is interesting. This is an epic science fiction adventure called Empire of Silence. The author is Christopher Ruocchio, or Ruocchio, something like that. It was not his war. The galaxy remembers him as a hero, the man who burned every last alien Cielson from the sky. They remember him as a monster, the devil who destroyed a sun, casually annihilating 4 billion human lives, even the Emperor himself against Imperial orders. But Hadrian was not a hero, he was not a monster, he was not even a soldier. He's a very naughty boy. On the wrong planet, at the right time, for the best reasons, Hadrian Marlowe starts down a path that can only end in fire. He flees his father and a future as a torturer, only to be left stranded on a strange backwater world. Forced to fight as a gladiator and navigate the intrigues of a foreign planetary court, Hadrian must fight a war he did not start for an empire he does not love against an enemy he will never understand. Sounds like a very confused young man. Okay, this kind of thing will either be absolutely freaking blow your doors off awesome, or it will be intolerable. This seems like it's going to be one of those either or end of the extreme books. But whatever the case, it is now available in June in hardcover from Daw, Empire of Silence. Let me know in the comments what you think. Oh, and it is book 1 of something called The Sun Eater. Because of course it is. So in addition to intergalactic empires and wars and gladiatorial combats and stuff like that, we have something eating the freaking sun. Okay then. Rather ambitious. But, well, James S.A. Corey seems to think highly of it. We will see, won't we? And there we have it. I guess this will go down as the All Tomes All the Time episode of Mailbag Monday, won't it? Anyway, you guys know the drill. Light up those comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, which you would like to see me prioritize for review. Otherwise, if you enjoyed watching, please hit that like button, share the video far and wide with all your SFF reading friends, and above all, please sub. That is how the channel grows. Also, you can support the channel at my TeePublic store. Got some really cool looking shirts. And at my Patreon, where recruits into Wink's Army get little perks like getting to see these videos early, stuff like that. I recently had a guy upgrade to Admiral status. I want to thank that recruit for that. Alok Talakar, thank you very much. I want to thank all of them for their additional support, you guys for being awesome frickin' viewers, and until I see all of you next time, happy reading.